Why your brand matters, the first topic we are going to see. Before diving in, let's clarify something crucial about brand awareness. It only exists when there is a strong and consistent brand. Think about it this way: if your brand is not recognizable, if your audience cannot spot it immediately, there is no awareness. If your brand is not memorable, if it does not leave a lasting impression, there's no awareness. If your brand isn't consistent, if it doesn't make a repeated impact on your audience, there is no brand awareness. So a lack of awareness means your brand isn't reaching out to your audience and they are not connecting with it. This affects everything from attracting new customers to building long-term loyalty. So how do you achieve a brand that is clear, strong, and consistent? The answer is brand strategy. That's exactly what we'll learn in this course, all right? Let's start by doing a little exercise. Think about a brand that you know well. Just picture some brand that comes to mind. How did it stick in your memory? Do you picture their logo, their colors? Do you remember a slogan maybe? How quickly do you recognize them when you come across them? Online, in a magazine, whatever you see them? How quick are you to spot that brand when you see their content? That's the power of brand awareness, staying memorable and instantly recognizable to your audience. So you might be wondering, do I really need brand awareness being a small business? The answer is yes. It will help you, will make everything so much easier for your small business. Awareness is the first step at the top of the conversion funnel. So before someone can become your customer, they need to know you exist. Really clear. So from there, you have to spark their interest, build a desire for your product or service, motivate them to take action. That's when the conversion happens. This is at least the point you want to get, where your audience buys from you. But then your brand strategy is good, you can even inspire them for brand loyalty, turning one-time customers into repeated customers who come back again and again. Ideally, you should get here in the loyalty spot. So your audience will become loyal to you, so that you only have to make that big effort once you get them into loyalty. You don't have to do all that hard work again. They will keep on buying from you. They will stay in that loyalty stage. All of that starts with awareness, and awareness starts with a strong and consistent brand. Now that you understand why you need a strong brand to drive business to your small business, we can move on to what makes a brand. A brand is not a logo, a brand is not a business, a brand is your identity. But it's more than that. A brand is your essence, it is what makes you you. It is how you make people feel, it is the mark you leave on others. So think of it this way: just like you have a name, a favorite color, and certain physical features, those aren't the full extent of who you are. Those don't make you you. So the same goes for your brand. Your brand is more, way more than just your logo, your colors, and maybe your slogan. It goes way beyond of what your business looks like. In fact, if these elements aren't well aligned, they might not even accurately reflect your brand at all. So a brand is the whole picture. It's why your brand exists. It's what you believe in. It's what your values are. But it is also how you communicate and interact with your audience. It is how you operate and collaborate with your clients and your partners. And of course, how you present yourself visually to the world, how you look like. Your brand is the core of everything you as a business, as a professional, or as an organization represent. To build a strong brand, you need clarity. Your brand should define and reflect what you stand for, what sets you apart, and how you've chosen to show up in the world. So now let's make sure you have your brand pretty clear. I'm going to ask you not to skip the step. It is very likely that you believe you know what or how your brand is. And you may believe that you can do this later, but believe me, once you get your pen to write it down on paper, you'll notice it's not so simple and you may not have your brand so clear. But do not freak out. This is normal. All you need is some practice into typing into your brand essence. So you might feel like you already know your brand inside out and you can tackle this later, but hear me out. Once you actually sit down to write it down on paper, you realize it's not as clear as you thought. And that is okay because clarity takes practice. And write things down is a powerful way to tap into your brand's essence. So grab your pen and paper and let's get started. Pause this video and fill out this statement about your brand. So this is the statement. I'm going to explain it and then you are going to pause the video so you can write it down on paper. You are going to put the name of your brand does. So my brand does what you do for who you do it for. Because my brand believes that why. Why you do what you do for the people you do it for. So this is what you are going to sit down and write down. And then once you have it, you can press play once again. There's a second step to it, so we can dive a little deeper into your brand. So once you have the first statement done, let's try the second one. You are going to write for your target audience. All right, don't worry if you don't have everything clear yet. I'm going to explain in this course how we can learn what the audience is and so on. But right now, just so we know where we are at with your brand, what you are starting with, fill this out for your target audience. So if I'm an English teacher to maybe Brazilians in the UK, so for Brazilian living in the UK, so this is your target audience. All right, so for your target audience, your brand's name, again, my brand, is the your brand's category. So what am I? So if I am an English teacher in the UK, I can say for Brazilian living in the UK, my brand is the language academy. That's my category. That then you are going to put your unique selling proposition. What is that? It's what you offer that makes you unique and different from other, in this case, teachers or language academy, other people, companies selling the same thing you sell. All right. So going on by, and then you are going to add your points of differentiation. First, you put your offer, your service, then you are going to list what is it that makes your offer different, what makes you unique, and then offering the key benefits of your product or service so that your target audience can, what can they do? If I'm an English teacher for foreigners, they can speak English successfully to thrive in the UK, if that in that example. So pause this video, read step by step what you have to fill out. But if this feels a lot right now, don't worry. I will guide you through developing your brand and you'll be able to fill this out later on in this course. All right. In fact, I recommend you to revisit this activity once you've completed the course to ensure it accurately reflects your brand. You are going to see at the end of this course how easy it is for you to fill all of this out. But in this initial stage, you need to try, at least try to start getting some clarity about your brand. But especially after you have your strategy in place, this will become easy peasy.